Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to talk today about my June TBR, and I feel like last month my TBR was a little wonky because I didn't film my TBR until halfway through the month. At least I'm filming it prior to the month starting, but I already know that this month is going to be a little different because we will be traveling for a while and I'm absolutely taking books, but also you just can never know for sure how much reading time you'll get while traveling. So we will see how it goes. I'll talk about that in a minute. First, I'll talk about the books that I am still in the middle of. And the first one is The Book Thief. This is the buddy read that I am doing with Mimi. I am almost halfway through. So it was supposed to be finished in May. I did not finish it in May. Technically, when I'm filming this, I still have a few more days, but I don't think I'm gonna give it my best shot, but I don't think I'm gonna finish it in May, but hopefully at least an early June finish. This book is beautiful. The writing is amazing. I don't know what I expected, but the writing is just beautiful. I'm really, really enjoying it. And the writing in some ways kind of reminds me of Frederick Bachman, who, as we all know, is one of my favorite authors because of the way that the author is able to get at so many deep themes and ethical questions and moral dilemmas and the human experience of living in the juxtaposition of right and wrong and protecting family and choosing the right thing. And the way that he writes it is just very compelling and beautiful. I think I've used that word to describe this multiple times, but it is, I can't think of a better word for it. Really enjoying this read, and I'm glad my friend suggested it, and I'm really glad that Mimi and I are buddy reading it so we can go through it together. The next book that I'm in the middle of is Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I want to say it is Shanoa from Shanoa's Chapters loves Elsie Silver, and I got in line a while ago at the library for this. I'm gonna set it down because the glare on the cover is driving me nuts. And the hold came up, which again, it's just so funny because, as I've mentioned, I had intended to cut back on reading romances, but the hold came up and I decided to at least start it and see. That's kind of my go-to right now because I've been having a lot of holds come up at once. So I want to start each book and just kind of see how I'm feeling and if I want to return it without reading it or return it and get back in line or whatnot. Anyways, I started Wild Love and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm still only on page 78, so I still have a ways to go, but so far I'm really enjoying it and it's a fun one. I apparently left it in the other room, and that is 11% by Maren Uthaug. This was recommended by, I want to say it was Ellen from the LMA Book Club when she did one of her videos of new releases. I'm pretty sure that's how I got it added to my TBR. I am only I think I've read 2 chapters of this book. It's not a very long book, but I am quite intrigued. So far, all I know is that the world is right now mostly women and there are very few men around, but that's all I know at this point in time. I am still in the middle of this poetry book, This Time You Save Yourself. I mentioned it last month on my TBR. I am still making my way through it. Really beautiful poetry. And then, My Friends by Frederick Bachman. Look at this. I am going to do a full review video at some point and include some photos because I got to go see him in person and hear him speak. And it was amazing. The way that he writes is also the way that he talks, and the way that he talks about people and humanity and writing. It was so amazing. It was so encouraging to me as a writer and just so refreshing to just hear the way that he talks about people, and it makes sense of how he writes his characters so well because that's who he is. So this is on my TBR. I'm hoping to finish this before we leave for our vacation. So hopefully that'll be a early June read. For the rest of my TBR, what do I want to do? That's such a good question that I am asking myself right now as I'm filming. I'm mostly taking my Kindle on our vacation. And I thought it would be a great time to do another Kindle clear out video. I think it was last June that I filmed my first Kindle clear out. So it's funny that it's now this June. However, when I was going through and I was filming my intro, just kind of talking about some of the books that are on my Kindle that I might potentially read. I mean, there's great books on there, but again, I'm a massive mood reader and quite a few of them did not necessarily grab me in this moment. And also did not feel like the vibe I wanted to take on vacation. So We'll see if I end up doing the Kindle clean out on our trip or if I push that to July. So technically, I don't know if that's going to be part of my June TBR. And if it is, I'm going to decide in the moment. I also got in line for Catching Fire for the audiobook, and my name came up pretty quickly. But I clicked delay hold until like right around the start of our vacation. So I'm really hoping that my name will come back up so I can listen to that on the flights or while we're traveling, so that I can listen to book 2 of The Hunger Games. So let's see, that's 2 books that I should be able to finish. See, all 3 of these I'm hoping to finish in early June. So do I want to, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unwrap a book for my physical TBR, and I'm gonna roll a dice for one of my lists. So okay, here's what I'm envisioning. I've never done these dice rolls before. Here's what I'm envisioning. On a normal month where I am not traveling or whatnot, I think what I want to do is do 3 different dice rolls and have different colored dice to represent each of the lists that I am working through. So 1 dice for my 40 before 40 list, a dice for my diversity book bingo, and a dice for, what's my other list? Oh, the Christmas books from my sisters. Oh, and actually maybe a 4th dice for my virtual TBR. So normally I think I want to roll a dice for 2 to 3 books from those pots to make sure that I'm being intentional on working through these lists that are important to me to get through. Because of the travel and because of already having 3 books that I am trying to get to at the beginning of June, I think I'm gonna unwrap a book from my physical TBR, and I think I'm just gonna roll 1 dice. I would rather that than roll too many dice and then feel like I can't keep up with it and get behind on my lists and then feel all this pressure, self-imposed pressure on my self-imposed lists. I'm gonna go get my basket with the numbers and pull a number, and I will be right back. Okay, I have my little basket with these pieces of paper. My cat is so curious. Okay, let's see what the number is going to be. It's been a couple months since I've done this. I'm choosing this one, and it is number 12. So I'm gonna go grab book number 12 and come back and unwrap it. Okay, I got book number 12, and it is one of the biggest books on there. It's a hardcover. I genuinely cannot remember what this is, so let's find out. Ooh, I know what this is. How interesting the timing. This is Bronte, a novel by Glenn Hughes, and it is it's got deckled edges. I love that. It is a historical fiction on the Bronte sisters, I believe. Okay, this will be fun. I am excited about this one, and maybe this will be a good one to take. I don't want to have too heavy a bag on the flight, so maybe I won't take this. I don't know. I'll decide in the moment if I want to take this or just my Kindle. Okay, so what I want to do is, what do I want to do? I think, do I want to roll a dice or am I just going to pick? See, clearly I don't really know what I want to do. So I think, since this is not like a normal dice roll month, obviously, and I haven't had a normal dice roll month because I'm quite literally just starting it, I think I just want to go ahead and choose a book off of my 40 before 40 list, because so far I've only read 2 off of that list. And hopefully the book that comes up will also fit a prompt for the diversity book bingo. That is what I'm hoping. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I'm not gonna roll the dice to choose my category. I'm just gonna say this month, my category is gonna be my 40 before 40. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is get a random number generator, and it will generate a number between 1 and 40. And whatever number that lands on is my pick. Is that what I want to do? I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so we'll see what number I get. Book number 35. Okay, so let's see. What is book 35? A Gentleman in Moscow, which I want to read, but that is a long book, is it not? This is why a strict TBR may not be my thing. What have I done? How many pages is this? 462 pages. Is that doable with everything else I have? I just don't know what to do. And then I'm like, it's just reading. It's just books. It's just my TBR. I don't need to be this invested. Okay. Am I gonna leave any of this in when I edit? That's the question. Get in already. Okay, here's the thing. I've just solved all of my problems. Nothing says I have to finish it in June, right? Right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna start it. I'm just gonna start it in June and we'll see if I finish or not. And if I don't, that's fine. It doesn't have to be finished in June. Here's the other question. Is it going to fill any other prompts on the diversity book bingo? Ooh, I could count it because it takes place in Moscow, which is in Europe. So I can count it for the Europe prompt. Okay, I'll do that. I will do that. I will start it in June. We'll see how it goes as far as finishing all of these books. And it will count for my 40 before 40 list and the Europe prompt for the diversity book bingo. Okay. Whew, that was way harder than I thought it would be. So to recap, I have My Friends by Frederick Bachman, This Time You Save Yourself, Wild Love, The Book Thief, Bronte, and A Gentleman in Moscow. So I am excited about this. Now that I sorted all of that out, I feel very excited and I feel like this is doable. We'll see, maybe in July I can figure out more how I want the dice to work now that I didn't use them yet again in this video. But I will figure out, I'll figure out what I want it to look like, and then I think it'll just be trial and error figuring out what I want to do. So but I'm excited for June's book stack and all of the books that I get to. Let me know, I'd love to hear, what is your top read that or what are you most looking forward to reading in June? Let me know. And until next time, happy reading.